So today we are in Wigan, which is in the northwest of England. The sun is shining and we're going to be getting out and about around the town centre to find out more about the challenge for our contestants.
Well, it's a challenge for all towns and cities, to be fair. It's how do we introduce some green infrastructure into our town centres to invigorate them, climate resilience as well, and connecting people back to nature.
The challenge is really important because climate, of course, is on everybody's key agenda. Here in Wigan, we've got a climate emergency. Our residents are telling us that's the thing that really matters to them.
Directly after we were set our challenge, we were then taken around the town centre by officers here at Wigan Borough Council. It was a really great way to start the challenge because we got to visualise the town centre and the improvements that our implementation can potentially help.
On the one hand, you've got some really beautiful buildings, fantastic architecture from a range of eras. But on the other hand, there are aspects that are somewhat more deprived. There's a lot of empty retail units, also a lot of regeneration going on. But then there are some really beautiful pockets of green space.
After that tour, we came back and had some more panel interviews, and half of my team went off to do some research. So Team Catalyst are focusing on climate adaptation. The first question we asked the panel was, what do we mean by climate adaptation? Some of that is around people's behaviours and how they need to change in response to the climate emergency, but also then about the assets of the community, like the buildings, canalways, trees, and that lovely natural landscape that Wigan has.
The benefit of being captain in Challenge 5 is that you know those personalities more. I've worked with nearly everyone, so that really enables me to draw on their expertise and where I think they would add strength to the team. Our team is primarily focused on health in regards to green infrastructure and accessibility to nature. So we've got a key challenge, I suppose, to see them as interdependencies and how they link across with each other.
It's day 2 of the challenge here in Wigan. It's been a really great start to this challenge, and the teams both seem to be really enjoying their time here. There's some excitement in the air because this afternoon we're going to be finding out who the 4 finalists are for the Bruce Lockhart Scholarship.
Because it's the end of the programme, they really are working seamlessly together at this point. They've brought all their skills and knowledge with them. They've been on great personal journeys. We've really seen them develop. It's going to be, I think, quite an emotional end to the 2023 programme for them and us.
It's been such a brilliant journey, and it kind of feels like it's at the end now. Obviously, 4 of us will go through to the final, but we've made such great bonds with each other. It's bittersweet really today. Last night we had our working dinner with one of the councillors who's the deputy leader and also the assistant director covering planning and regeneration.
So after dinner, we actually took a bit of a walk by the canal to actually see what they were talking about, understand quite how big it was and just get a sense for the area.
Team captain Hanny is currently in a ideas session with some of the stakeholders with Lewis. So they're bouncing our ideas off them and deciding whether they're the ones that we're going to take forward. Rose is currently working on the PowerPoint, which is one of her really key skills, and Leander and I are working on the proposal, so we've got to have them in by 1:30.
We're now slightly overwhelmed by all of the different ideas that we've got and just need to sort through them to get some real solid things to present later on. So I think nervous anticipation, but yeah, all feeling really positive this morning. There's loads of brilliant, good practice out there. So we've been looking as far as Singapore and lots of European countries. So the possibilities are endless.
Wigan are really interested in how we make sure we bring to life the ideas. So we might actually spend some time outside, getting videos, getting diagrams, maps, all the different aspects that can really bring our ideas to life and make sure that they pop when we get to the presentation.
I've learnt that green interventions in town centres are a thing of the future. They have to start happening now so we can adapt to climate change and the future of what our world will look like. We're building what our community is and how our town centres will look.
Our idea centres on a gamified journey throughout Wigan Town Centre, so really engaging residents and visitors on the local heritage and history of the town, but also linking that importantly to green infrastructure and the assets that Wigan has in regards to nature and biodiversity.
Our idea has 3 levels of intervention. The first one is all about spaces and places, with our flagship being a natural playscape in the marketplace. We then move on to the second initiative, which is around the connections between all the beautiful places in the town. And finally, thinking about what we're calling green social infrastructure. So the stuff that you might not see, but the skills that these communities are going to need to stay in the area and to adapt to the climate emergency.
So for this challenge, we chose Team Catalyst. It was a very difficult decision, it always is. But on this occasion, we felt that Team Catalyst had packed more into their proposal. They did a really good presentation.
The ideas that we will take forward, developing a retrofitting academy to generate job opportunities for young people in green industries and both health and care as well, simultaneously, to really improve the opportunities for young people in this borough. The future of local government is safe in these people's hands.
I think our idea was strong and we delivered it really well, but we were up against really strong competition. Potentially, if we had more time, we'd have focused more on the funding.
I'm feeling absolutely elated. I had 2 victories, 2 losses. It feels really, really good to finish on a high with another victory. But also we're super proud of what we achieved and the plans and proposals we put together. So getting such good feedback from the councillors and from the council itself has been fantastic.
So at the end of 5 challenges, we have our 4 finalists. And they are Sydney from Islington Council, Joe from Corderdale Council, Lewis from Barking and Dagenham, and Hannah from Waltham Forest. Huge congratulations to the 4 of them, and we look forward to seeing them in Bournemouth.